Hi students, this is the third lesson on sets, that's the first chapter. In the last class I have told you about the subsets. So today first let us work out a few questions on the concept of subset. So the first one is question number 1.8 in your textbook. See, two sets are given. A equal to, first set is x such that x is a prime number less than 5. So this is the first set. Less than, this means less than. And B is the set y such that y is even prime number. Prime number. So these are the two sets. Now the question is B a proper subset of A? Now first let me recall what is the meaning of proper subset. Suppose A is a set, say for example 1, 2, 3, and B is a set, say for example 2, 3, then definitely B is the subset of A, and this is called the proper subset because this contains at least one element extra. So therefore this set is not same as this one. So this contains some more element, then it is called proper subset. That's the meaning. Now, in order to decide this whether A is a proper subset of B or B is a proper subset of A, first we should be able to find the roster form of this set A. Now, A equal to what? Now, what do you mean by prime number? You have studied this in your school level. 1 is not a prime number, please note. After 1, 2 is a prime number. What is the meaning of prime number? The number which is divisible by itself and 1, that is called prime number. 2 is the number which is divisible by 1 and itself, 2 only. Next one is 3. And 4 is not a prime number, 4 is a composite number. 4 is divisible by 2. Then less than 5 means I have to close here. That means a prime number less than 5, 2 and 3, only these two. So this is the, then B is now even prime number. Why such that y is even prime number? Means it is 2 only. So this is the only element. And another interesting thing is, which you have to remember, 2 is the only even prime number. No other prime number can be even. Now the question here is whether this is a proper subset of this. Definitely, because this contains 2, whereas this contains one more element. So yes, so B is a proper subset of A. This is the 1.8. 1.9 question is this. There are two sets. First one is A equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, and B equal to 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the question is this, which set is subset of which set? That means the question asked is this, whether this is subset of A or A is subset of B. So this is the question. So what is your observation? If you look here, see 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4 are there, no doubt. But this contains 1 which is not here. Similarly, this contains 5 which is not here. Therefore, B is also not subset of A is also not subset of B. Therefore, both are wrong. Therefore, we have to say A is not subset of B and B is not subset of A, or neither A is subset of B nor B is subset of A. This is the answer. And the last question is 1.10. The question is this, A equal to AE IOU, this is the first set. B equal to EIOUA. So these are the two sets. Now question is this, which set is subset of which set? That means is A subset of B, same thing similar to this one, or B subset of A, or both. So if you look here, I have told you in the first period only that in a set, order of the element is not important. You can write it in any order. So if you observe these two, both are having the same element. See, A is there, A is there. E is here, E is here. I, O, U. Only thing is order is different. Definitely here A and B are one and the same. Therefore, we know that if two sets are having same element and same number of element, A is equal to B. So this is the answer. Now today, let us study another interesting thing about subset. That is called actually power sets. We shall study them in detail. So first you look this set. Let us say the I concept is this actually number of subsets of a set. So this is the idea. Now let me clarify this one with an example. Let us take for example A equal to a set which contains only one element. Now how many subsets of A are possible? This also I made clear. For every given set, pi is a subset. So this is one subset of this one. Another one is one only, that means A only. A itself is having only one, it is a singleton set. How many subsets are there? Therefore, there are two subsets. So two subsets. So I will write like this. Now let us take another set, say B, which contains 1 and 2. So two elements. Now let us list all the subsets of this set now. First one is as before, pi is one subset. Then we can also say 1 is the subset of this one because this is singleton set. Then second one, 2 is the subset. The set containing 2, this is the subset of this. Another one is the set itself because every set is subset of itself. So therefore 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 subsets are there. 4 subsets. So this is the observation. Now let me take the next set containing 1, 2, 3. So this set contains. So what are the subsets? Let us list. One is pi, of course, as before. Then singleton set 1, then 2 and 3. So singleton set 1, then 2, then 3. So these are the three subsets which are having only one element. Then I can also take two elements. For example, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. This is the first one. I will write here 2, 3. This is second one. And one more is possible, 1 and 3. So another one is 1, 3. And the other one is the set itself, 1, 2, 3. So if you look here, how many subsets are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Therefore, 8 subsets are there totally. So now there is an interesting relation. So what is the relation? So what I write here is, so that we can generalize, you take a set, okay, this is A, this is B, this is C, number of elements. So here how many elements are there? There is only one element. Here there are two elements. Here there are three elements. Now number of subsets. So if you see here it is 2, here it is 4, here it is 8. So is there any connection? So the connection is this you can write 2 to the power 1 and this you can write 2 to the power 2. This you can write 2 to the power 3 because 2 into 2 into 2 is 8. So what is the connection? A number of elements here it is 1 and here the power is 1. Number of elements here it is 2. The power here is 2. Number of element 3 here, power is 3. This is the connection. That means, now suppose I write one more set D. Suppose it contains 4 elements. Then how many number of subsets you can form? It is 2 to the power 4, that is 16. You can try actually as a practice problem. Take any set. For example, you see D equal to 1, 2, 3. 4 you can take. All the possible subsets you have to list. For example, singleton set 1, then 2, then 3, then 4. That's one thing. Next one is 1, 2, 2, 3. Like that, all possible. You should be very careful. 1, 2, then 2, 3, then 3, 4. Then you can take 1, 3, then 2, 4. Similarly, with 3 elements 1, 2, 3, then 2, 3, 4, like that. Totally, when you list all of them without leaving anything, you get 16 subsets. So this is the relation, and this relation can be taken as a property. The property is this. Property is this. So let me remove this one. If a set contains n elements, then it has 2 power n subsets. So that is the thing. So if a set contains n elements, then it has 2 to the power n subsets. For example, a set contains one element, it has 2 to the power 1 subsets. A set contains two elements, 2 to the power 2, that is 4 subsets. 3, 2 power 3, 8 subsets. This is the relation. Say for example, suppose a set A contains 5 elements, say number of A, this is denoted by number of A. 5 elements, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it has 2 power 5 subsets. You can try. Totally 2 power 5 means 32. 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. 32 subsets you can find. Suppose a set contains say 10 elements, then it has 2 to the power 10, which is 1024. So it is very difficult to write all the subsets. 1024 subsets will be there. One is pi, smallest one. The biggest one is the set itself, that is which contains 10 elements. So this is the relation. Based on this, we have another concept that is called power set. So what is power set? Let me see. So power set meaning is this. So let us take power set. This also, instead of defining first, let me give you the example. You take as before, let us say A equal to say X and Y. Two elements I take. Now write all the subsets. Now you know how to do it. Say subsets are, first one is pi, then the second one is singleton set X, singleton set containing Y, then the set itself. And now you can check how many elements are there. So it is 2. And how many subsets must be there? It is 2 square, that is 4. So it is verified. Now if you take this as the element and form a set, that is called power set. That is, power set of A equal to, what you have to do is, you have to write these things. They are the elements. So here pi I have to write, then X, then Y, then XY. Remember, these are the elements. These are the elements of this set. Now what is the number of elements of power set A? It is same as this one, so 4. So for example, you see, if I take B equal to say X, Y, Z. Now power set of B means, what I should write is, all the subsets of this we have to write. We have seen this already. First one I have to write pi, then I have to write X, then I have to write Y, then Z, then two elements X and Y, then Y and Z, and Z and X, then all the elements X, Y, Z. So close the bracket. So you can check now, of course, every time the element should be always separated by comma. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Because this contains 3. So the power set should contain 2 power 3, 8. So correct. So this is how we can find the power set of a given set. That means what you have to do is, first write all the subsets, then put them in bracket. That is called power set. So here also the property is this. If number of a set equal to n, then number of power set of A, this is 2 power n. Meaning, if a set contains n elements, its power set contains 2n elements. Let me connect with this one. This set contains 3 elements. Power set of B contains 8 elements. So that is the relation. Now you may ask one more thing. Suppose I have no element. Is it valid for this sum? That is for empty set. So is it true? Let us check. Say for example, A itself is pi. Let us say. That means it does not contain any element. So what is n equal? It is 0. Now according to formula, what is power set of A? Power set of A is actually pi. Remember, this is the set containing pi. How many elements are there? 1. You can check now. 2 power 0, this is 1. Therefore, it is valid even for empty set. So, this is the important observation. So, now let us take the next concept. That is subset of real numbers. So, subset of real numbers. Now, the first set, right from the elementary school you have been studying, the first set of number is natural number, n. So, this is 1, 2, 3, etc. It is an infinite set. Then if you include 0, that is called set of whole numbers, 0, 1, 2, etc. Then if you include negative number also, that is called -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, etc. This is set of integers. Then if you take q means set of rationals. All these things you have studied in school. This is x such that x equal to p by q, x belongs to z, and y belongs to z, p belongs to z, sorry, p belongs to z, and q belongs to n. So this is rational number. That means fractions. Even this includes integers also. Then the next one is I. This is set of irrationals. And all these things you have studied actually. And if you combine these two, that is called real number. So what do you mean by that? Let me just explain what are the things you have studied already. If you take, for example, this number line, this is one number line. So you can indicate 0, then 1, then 2, etc. This side, same thing, -1, -2, etc. Now, if you want to represent natural number, it is from here, 1, 2, 3. So next, W means whole number, 0, 1, 2, 3. Only those points you are taking. Clearly, N is a subset of W because all the elements here are here also. And it is a subset of Z. And this is a subset of Q. Note here, this Q contains all the elements of Z also. For example, if you say 2, 2 is nothing but 2 by 1. So all the integers are also here only. So this, but you have to be careful. This is not subset of this one. Or this is not subset of this. This is, these two are disjoint. So then the next one is I. I means actually, you see, imagine like this. On this line, you fill all the points with rational number, fractions and integers all. Then there are many gaps in between. Those gaps are filled by I. So whichever is here is not here. Whichever number is here, it is not here. But when you combine these two together, that is called set of reals. So this is the idea, set of reals. So this you actually have studied in your school level, but I am just helping you to recollect because this is required for the next concept. The next concept is this: interval as subset of real numbers. So that is the next concept. So interval as subset of real numbers. So what do you mean by this? So first let me explain. Then if you want, you can give the definition also. You can refer the text also for definition. Definition I need not write here actually. What is important is understanding the concept. You take for example 2, one number, and another number say more than this. Let us say for example 3. So definitely 2 is less than 3. Now imagine all the numbers between 2 and 3 you have to take. Meaning, suppose you take the number line here, this is 2, this is 3. Now, you have to take all the numbers between 2 and 3. You should not leave any number. That means all the real numbers here. That is called the interval. That means you have to take the part of the line. But there are different possibilities. One is called closed interval. What do you mean by closed interval? So here, if you take 2 and 3, the symbol is this actually, 2 and 3. This is the symbol used for closed interval, meaning this is the set of all real numbers. Try to understand using the set builder form. Set of all x. First condition is that x belongs to R. It must be real number. Second condition is 2 less than x less than 3. Meaning x can be 2 also, x can be 3 also. This is actually denoted in the diagram like this. What you have to do is, you have to mark 2 here, you have to mark 3 here, then this you have to indicate these are the numbers you are taking, all the numbers here. Then you have to mark like this, you have to mark like this. Since you are taking 2 and 3 also, because equality means 2, x can be 2 also, x can be 3 also, then you have to fill this one, this. So that means all the numbers between 2 and 3, including 2 and 3. That is denoted by 2, 3, square bracket, both sides square bracket. This is called closed interval. This is the meaning of closed interval. And remember, it is an infinite set, because between 2 and 3 there are infinitely many points, and points are represented by either real number or rational number or irrational number. It can be rational or it can be irrational. Same thing, open interval. Open interval. Here the symbol used is 2, then 3. Of course, if you want, you can put a comma also here. What is the difference? Say in set form we can write like this: x such that x belongs to R. That is the first condition. It should be a real number. Real number means both rational as well as irrational. But condition is 2 less than x less than 3. Meaning 2 and 3 are not included. That means all other numbers are included, but 2 and 3 are the end points. They are not included. So that is denoted by, in diagram, you have to mark the point 2, mark the point 3, then put a circle here, put a circle here, then this should be thick line. So this blank circle indicates 2 is not included. So this is strict inequality. 2 is not included, 3 is also not included. So this is the representation. Once again, it is an infinite set. Remember, it is an infinite set only. All the points here. So this one is called the lower end point. This is the up, or you can also say lower limit, upper limit of the interval. Left side is lower, and always interval should be written. The smaller number should be left side, bigger number should be right side. You should not write 3, 2. That is wrong. So it should be always like this only. So one is the closed interval, another one is the open interval. Now, once you understand this one, there are other 6 varieties. Let me give. There is one possibility. One side it may be open, another side it may be closed. That's also possible. For example, here open, here closed. What is the other possibility? Here closed, here open. So let me give you the idea how you have to represent it. Say, what is the meaning? Semi-closed. Semi-closed. See, semi-closed also means semi-open. One side closed, one side open. For example, one is like this. Say 2, then 3. So this means actually in set form I have to write x such that then x belongs to R. This is very important because all the real numbers should be taken, both rational as well as irrational. So then you have to write 2 less than x less than 3, because here 2 is included. Square bracket means included. Open bracket means this is common bracket, that is open. This is open, this is closed. So this is the symbol. Suppose here it is 2, then here it is 3. See, this is one type, semi-closed. This is another type. Or you can also say closed open, open closed. That way also you can say. So this is given by x such that x belongs to R. Then here change is 2 less than x less than 3. This is the thing. So how many are? First one is purely open, second one is closed, second one is semi-closed, semi-open, semi-open, semi-closed. 4. Then there are different varieties. For example, sometimes say minus infinity to 2. This is also possible. But remember, whenever you are writing infinity, so this side. So how to represent this one? This you should first write in set form. Set form is this. You should write x. Then same thing, x belongs to R. Here it is minus in, that means it can go. See, if you write, of course, number line I will show you later. Let me first show you how to write the set form. You should write minus infinity less than x, and it is always strict inequality because number cannot be infinity. So then less than or equal to 2. So this is 1. And this this is the representation using set form, this is interval form. And I can also write minus infinity to 2 open here. So this means same thing, x such that x belongs to R, then minus infinity less than x less than 2. Now let me show you the diagram here for this one. You have to show like this. So 2 you have to show here. Since it is closed, you have to put a circle, then dot like this. You have to fill it. Then you have to show here thick line. Thick line. And what is the difference here? So here what you have to do, the same thing. This is 2. Then it is open because 2 is not included. So it is open interval. So this side you have to show thick line. So this is the meaning. Then what are the other two possibilities? Another one is, say for example, any number you can take 2 to infinity, this side. And another one is 2 to infinity, this side. So how to write it in set form? It is x such that x belongs to R. Then how to write this one? 2, then less than x, less than infinity. And whenever you write infinity, it is always open. If you write infinity and like this, it is meaningless. So here also you have to write x such that x belongs to R, then see it is included. So 2 less than x less than infinity. So these are the 8 form. Now let me take it. So how to represent this one? So same method. So you have to use like this. Then this is 2 to infinity. So it is open. Therefore I have to use a blank circle. Then this side I have to shade. And same thing here. There is no much difference. This is 2. This is the closed circle because it is included. Here it is included. This side. So these are the, so how many totally? First 2 open, closed, then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Totally 8 different types of intervals we can write. Now let me write in general. I have taken specific example like 2 and 3, but we can take A and B, but condition is, see, any two numbers A and B, but condition is A should be less than B, then A should be left side, B should be right side. So I can say this way now. First one is open interval. If you write, you can write it in any order. Open interval. This means x such that x belongs to R, because all the this is very important. Real number, it should be any number between A and B, means either real rational number or irrational number, both. So then what should I write is A less than x less than B. So this is, suppose it is closed interval, then I have to write AB. Of course you can put a comma here if you want. Then I have to write x such that x belongs to R, then A less than x less than, less than or equal to x less than or equal to B. This is open interval, this is closed interval. Another one is what? One side open, another side closed. So this is another one. Same thing, this side closed, this side open. So accordingly you have to write the definition. X belongs to R. Here you look at this one and then you write A less than x less than B. And here it is the other way, x such that x belongs to R, then A less than x, less than or equal to x, strictly less than B. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 more are there. One is minus infinity to A. Here another one is minus infinity to A. One is closed, one is open. So here what you have to write is x such that x belongs to R, and here you have to write minus infinity less than x less than A, strict inequality because open interval. Same thing here, x such that x belongs to R minus infinity less than x less than a, less than or equal to a, because closed. Same thing, a if you take here a to infinity, then closed interval a to infinity. So same thing. So x such that x belongs to R, then what should I write here? A less than, if it is open strictly, and here it is always, whenever infinity it is always open interval. If you, I told you already, if you take closed bracket it is meaningless. And here like this, x such that x belongs to R, of course here, right, like this. Then a, sorry, yeah, a, then what should I write? Equality. Then x, then less than infinity. So these are the 8 different types of intervals: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the corresponding diagram also you should know how to draw. Say for example, here open interval, you should show A here, then B here, then you should show circle. If it is open, blank circle, closed, full circle. So then you have to show like this. Accordingly here also same thing. This is A, this is B, full circle here like this. Then you have to draw like this. And here open, close. Therefore what I have to do is, see, this is A, this is B, this side open, therefore I have to use open circle, here close the circle like this, then this should be. And here is similarly here, so this is, see, this side close, so what I have to do, this is A close, this B is open, then like this. And here minus infinity, therefore what I have to do is, I have to show A only, this point is A, all the numbers less than A. Even if you don't write this, it is okay. X less than A also means up to minus infinity. So this one, but I have to see what is the here, whether it is open or closed. It is open. Open means blank circle, then this side you have to thicken it. Similarly here, so this is same thing, A, then you have to circle the, fill the circle, then this side. Same thing here, this I can leave actually. So this is A, this is A, but now condition is A to infinity, that side. So but you have to see whether it is closed or open. It is open, therefore I have to put blank circle, then this side like this. And the last one is like this. This is A, this is 0, you have to fill this side. So totally 8 different types of intervals you can write. What is very important is, given this is called interval form, this is called set form. Given a set form, you should be able to convert into interval form. Given interval form, you should be able to convert into say set form, set builder form. Then corresponding diagram also. See, once you draw the diagram, you will understand it very clearly. So it all the numbers between these two are blank. That means